Hey guys, it's me versus Bibualbok. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm just gonna call him B. So B leads Heracross, and I lead Gengar. Or I don't lead Gengar. What am I talking about? I lead Cloyster, and I switched my Gengar as his Heracross goes for Focus Punch. He switches immediately to his Snorlax as my Thunderbolt connects. Does a measly 16% because Snorlax is awesome like that. He goes for Curse as I bring my Metagross in. That should scare him out. Unless the Snorlax is Earthquake, but I don't think it does. I'm going to press my luck. Go for Meteor Mash as the Magnet comes in. I'm locked into the Magneton thanks to its ability Magnet Pull. I break the substitute. It tries to set up with Earthquake. That should scare him out. It does. He brings Swampert in. Earthquake does 24%, but that's not going to make it a winning battle for me. I go to my Cloyster, get the first layer of spikes down as he brings Heracross in. He may go for Focus Punch, so I may want to stay in here because he might go, or he might go for Hidden Power Rock, I guess. That's interesting. So I do 36% with Ice Beam. It looks like it's choice banded, so it's locked into Hidden Power Rock, presumably, unless it's like a Salad Berry set, but I don't think it is. So yeah, go for my Swampert, Hidden Power Rock. Bounces off of it. I go for Earthquake in anticipation of Snorlax or something come in, but doesn't happen. Gengar comes in, floats above the Earthquake. I go to my Celebi, goes for Giga Drain, trying to hit the Pert. Bounces off Celebi pretty well. Go for Calm Mind as he brings the Snorlax in. So I'm at +1. I go for Leech Seed. He curses up, and he gets a lucky crit as I go for my second Calm Mind. So that's going to prompt me to recover, which may give him the opportunity to bring his Heracross in for free. Hope not. So yeah, I go for Recover, and he goes for Body Slam. I'm getting Leech Seed recovery, so that's making me want to stay in. Hopefully he doesn't get another crit. He switches for some reason. I'm not sure why. I guess to get rid of the Leech Seed damage, but Salamence coming in takes a ton, 78% from Psychic, and yeah, looks like it's choice banded as well. So I bring my Pert back in. I try to go for Ice Beam, it bounces off Snorlax, only does 6%, so maybe it's Thick Fat, but my Pert doesn't really have that much special attack investment, so it may not be the case. It could be Immunity Lax, which is actually becoming more common, but that's neither here nor there. I go for Earthquake, trying to take it out, but it goes for Rest. We both switch, and once again we get this Mence on my Celebi. That's going to force me back to Pert, and that should force him to switch as well. I go for Ice Beam. I could have made a nice predict, go for Earthquake in anticipation of Snorlax, but didn't work out. Would have worked out against the Magneton, but it is what it is. I go for Protect, and it shows me as Toxic. I was trying to scout out the Hidden Power, but that's worthy of my attention as well. A Poison Pert is not a healthy Pert, as I always say. So, I gotta decide whether it's worth trying to take out the Magneton and getting poisoned. I don't think it is, so I go to my Gengar, thinking he'd use Toxic again. He goes for Substitute. I should have lived a Thunderbolt there, although I would have taken a ton, but the crit takes me out. I do break the sub with Fire Punch, and so I bring my Metagross in to answer. He can go for Thunderbolt here and do a ton, but I would kill it with Earthquake. He knows that. He goes to his Pert. It's at 55%. I still won't win that battle, so I think I switch here, although I might be tempted to go for Explosion, but I don't. Go to my Articuno, which I revealed for the first time to my opponent. I only have one layer of spikes down, yeah, so that's not going to do it. I'm going to need to get more, and Pert is a great switch in for Cloyster, so to come in, so I think I'm going to do that. Hopefully he doesn't clue in on it and bring something like his Snorlax in or something like that, because that would be bad. So I don't know what I'm thinking about here. I tend to think more while in the game than while I'm narrating. It just seems to all make sense to me in hindsight. So yeah, Cloyster comes in as I said it would. I go for my second layer of spikes. He brings the Heracross in. You can go for Hidden Power Rock and do a massive ton. What does that mean, massive ton? It could do a ton of damage, but I stay and go for Ice Beam, and he goes for Focus Punch, and that didn't work out for him, so he's going to be forced to switch out, goes to his Snorlax, takes the Ice Beam, no problem. Get my third layer of spikes down while it's asleep, switch my Celebi as it sleeps again. I go for Leech Seed, it wakes up, goes for Curse. We'll see what he wants to do here. He's being stubborn, goes for the second Curse. I go for Psychic, he goes for a third Curse. And yeah, he's at 39%. After Leech Seed, Psychic will kill it. Goes for Body Slam, gets a Lucky Para, not a huge deal. I guess not. Leech Seed and Psychic do not kill it. So yeah, I don't want to fire off my Celebi. It's definitely more valuable. I bring my Cloyster in because it's already done its job. And Body Slam does 64%, which is pretty good, especially against a +3 Curse-Lax. Heracross comes in against the spikes, and it dies, so it's a 5-4 game. Gengar comes in to answer, Thunderbolt incoming, but I go to my Articuno thinking he'd go for Ice Punch in anticipation of a Celebi switch, and it's a good thing I did, because Celebi's at a low level of health after that massive Body Slam for the Snorlax. So yeah, I go for Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt does a good chunk, so special attack investment there for sure. I go for Ice Beam again, he brings the Purr in, and after Spikes damage, it dies. Not that it would have been a huge deal if it didn't die, because I could have followed up with another Ice Beam and killed it. So Spikes are doing their thing. Brings Gengar back in, it's at 55%, I think maybe thinking Leftovers Recovery will allow it to live, but it doesn't. I take it out with Ice Beam, and Salamence is all that's left. The Purr is at mid-level health, so a Choice Banded, Hidden Power Fly, 2 of those would be enough to take it out. So yeah, I fire off the Articuno, and I try to go for Ice Beam. Magnet comes in, but it dies to Spikes plus Ice Beam. And yeah, he goes for Hidden Power Fly, doesn't get a crit, and Ice Beam takes it out. So the final score is 4-0. I hope you enjoy it. It's a very straightforward battle, but I think it's just, you know, one of those battles that are just pretty routine and just fun to watch. So hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff that you enjoy doing so much, and look forward to the next battle.